Welcome back to the Third Eye Trio. This is Mona Me. I will be delivering your message today. Make sure when you receive this message, if it resonates with you, please take what does and leave what doesn't. Now, it's kind of a general reading, but it seems to be pretty specific this morning. So, don't force yourself into this reading. Even though I think it's specific, it may be um, intentional and purposeful for anyone who views this this reading, this video. So, as you know, in a previous video or previous reading, I addressed the mother of Martell from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, the mother of his son that was born out of wedlock. Now, I said in that reading that she had an opportunity for redemption. And that didn't go over well with some people, but that's okay. You have an opinion, but you don't get a vote. We all have um, an opportunity for redemption, and we can be blessed with God's grace. That's God's decision. That's not from me. That's not from you. That's from God. So, whether I agree or disagree, I don't get a vote, and neither do you. However, that does not mean that you or she will choose to embrace that opportunity for redemption. That does not mean that her behavior was justified. And most importantly, that does not mean that she would avoid karma. Understand and know that justice will be served, not just for her, but for anyone and everyone. No matter how big or small your action was, it will it's kind of cause and effect. So what you put out in the world comes back. So that's karma. So if you do good things should come to you. If you do bad things should come to you. Now, be careful with that good thing and that bad thing, because we don't decide what's good and what's bad always. So you may do things with good intentions, but good intentions pave the way to hell. So, if you do things with the mindset of it being something good, then live with it. If you're doing someone with the intentions of being bad, then live with it, because that's how your karma is determined. So, not just for her, but for anybody. So, but this was really about her. Now, the thing is with when grace is being extended, you still have free will. So, you still have an opportunity to accept this grace or avoid or swerve the grace. So, it's called free will. So, but one thing that we must know, and she must know and acknowledge, that there are always consequences and repercussions for your actions. So, I have to tell you now that um, you're on dangerous grounds. I don't think you heeded the warning, and that is very dangerous. So, and it's unfamiliar territories for you. So walk softly, my friend. Tread lightly. You are entering holy grounds where your foolery will not be tolerated. You and your monkeys, both flying, grounded, or battery operated, have been warned. You are not welcome here. And here, I don't mean in my space, but in the space that you are encroaching upon. So you are persona non grata. You need to fall back and listen. Heed the warning. You need to fall back or get knocked back. Your choice of free will is your choice, is free will. But your arms are too short to box with God. You see, um, you see, I want you to realize, and I think at this time you are. I'm sorry, I was channeling. So what you have to realize is you. I believe that you are in a position. Even though you keep doing the dirt, you're trying to reach out and seek support from those same supporters of the person that, or anybody really, to victimize yourself or not. Try to become the victim because of what's happening to you. But this card kept popping out, and no matter how I dealt that deck, it kept popping out. And this is from the Yin Yang oracle, and it's remember. So I think at this point you are awakening, but your window of opportunity, if you see this, I see how you're reaching your hand out for God's grace or for somebody's grace. Somebody, anybody, somebody help me. And I think that's where you are eternally, but internally, but externally, you are still doing what got you there. And I said eternally. So be careful because, I don't think words are said or misspoken because I said eternally. You'll find yourself eternally reaching out for God if you stay functioning in this same behavior. The warning was given to you. I don't know if you received it. I don't know if you listened or heeded to it, but don't put yourself in this position because remember, remember is telling you to remember what you did and what you continue to do, even when God wanted to extend grace to you and you refused. You missed your window of opportunity. And this is the window. Don't let it close up on you. I don't always use my own decks in my readings on camera because I've used them a lot, and because I've used them a lot, there are ashes from the incense on the cards. But this one I did shuffle this deck, but the question is, was it worth it? And I think you've said before that it wasn't worth it, but then you go back to it. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to stay in this, in this behavior, in this state of confusion, in the state of aggression, in the state of um, toxicity? So I don't think it is, but just like the and you don't think you did anything wrong, and at the time that you were doing it you probably didn't think it was wrong, but there were times where you've come to the realization that those things were wrong, and so you were aware. And so this is what the divine may be telling you Do you remember once you become awakened to it, once you become a victim of it? So, whenever it is you want, people to gather around you, nobody is going to gather around you the way that they did Melody. Just know that, because, or you're not going to get that kind of support, because you you willfully did the things that you did to torment her. So it's going to be hard for you to get that support. And even when God was trying to extend the grace to you, you did not heed the warning, because of the things that you did and you continue to do. People were looking at you like, how does she get grace? But none of us are worthy of the grace that we get. God extends it to whom he thinks that, extends grace to who he chooses to extend grace to. So be careful when you start telling people, or you think you become the judge and saying they should get grace, you know, because you may find yourself not for doing the exact same thing, but for whatever sin that you commit, or whatever you do, whatever your behavior is. Could be less, could be greater, but if they decide that you don't need grace, and but I'm not saying one way or the other. That's not my job here. My job is here to deliver the message. So the energy is, remember, when you're in the position that you place her, you remember when you become awakened to the things that you've done, you remember, and when you're pleading and this window has closed, that's on you. You remember, was it worth it? Was it worth it that you were doing? Those things that you were doing. So I'm going to do Moonology here first. Please and thank you. So that was the energy. Step out of your comfort zone, and whatever your comfort zone is. And I'm going to say step out your comfort zone, but let me get another card first. I can tell you what I'm thinking, but you may have a different message for you. Adjustments are required. Adjustments are required, and that was the last reading. You needed to change some things in your behavior, in what you were doing, in order to even be considered. I don't want to say considered, because I don't know. I don't know how God thinks. I don't know his mind. I don't pretend that I do, but I'm just telling you what the cards say, and I don't know you. I'm reading the energy of the cards. I don't know you. I know energy. Oh, a fiery climax approaches. Please heed the warning. You really need to step out of your comfort zone. So this toxicity state that you're in, it's not good. It's not good. This does not speak of anything positive for you. And a fiery climax approaches. The first thing I got, and I hate to read toxic energy or give toxic or messages that feel toxic, but that fiery climax, first thing came to my mind was hell, was Hades. And that does not necessarily mean hell, but I did say what you thought was good intentions, or said good intentions, or pave the pathway to hell. Stop buying a first class ticket to it with this behavior. Your behavior is toxic. You need to make some adjustments. I'm not trying to judge you, I'm delivering your message. Okay. Gonna just pull some tarot cards here. So with this energy that you're in, your awakening, was it worth it? So in your recent past, you're feeling burdened by this. And as you should. Now what your burden is, I'm not quite sure. Oops. Maybe it was gonna tell me. Okay, so now this came in reverse, which was the teamwork, and also the Ten of Swords. So I see what you're, whatever it is that you were in is coming to an end. Now you apparently thought that this was um, it said Ten of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, so prosperity. So this may be no longer available to you unless you make these adjustments. So something is going to be, it could have been profitable, but whatever friendship you had, it was not. So your recent past, you thought you were in collaborations, or there were people who were gathering around you, but your current energy is backstabbing and betrayal, and you actually got the same card before. So um, there's an ending to this, as well as this burden. Now, because that's your focus. What you thought that you were putting in the work. Okay, here we go. You thought you were putting in the work for um, of this prosperity and Ace of Pentacles. This could have been yours. This could have been yours because it was going to be, and you did get some unexpected financial uh, windfall. At least that's what you showed on social media, that you did get this, but you didn't heed to it. You kind of screwed it up, but not on your own. You had friends to help you do that, and they betrayed you. They're no longer your friends. They got from you what they wanted. They betrayed you, and now they really don't want to at this time, and it could change in the end, but they don't want it anymore. And that's your burden. So you're feeling some kind of way at this point, that you put in all of the work, and you call it work, but you gave all that you knew to give to a situation that no longer, in the hopes of some prosperity and culmination. I mean, prosperity and Ten of Pentacles. You thought that they were going to put you in the position where there was financial fulfillment. That's what you were hoping for, but that's not what happened. This relationship, this situation is now you're feeling overburdened and overloaded with the stress and the problems and the weight on your shoulders. This is not what you bought into. It no longer looks like, and I'm not laughing, but it no longer looks like prosperity for you. And that's helping you because it tells you that it's not that. So, what is your challenge? What is your challenge here? Well, your challenge is probably is the prosperity. It no longer looks like this, but your challenge is prosperity, which you probably won't be getting any because now it's looking, that's what you were hoping for, and it doesn't look like that's what you're going to get out of this relationship or this situation because you looked at this wrong. You looked at the situation like it could be prosperous for you, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Now it's a burden. It's a burden, and you want out, and they want out too. There's no teamwork there. And like I said, I did see the three of swords there, which may mean that let's talk about this prosperity because that's in your challenge. That's the truth. The reading I said, it was the truth. You have clarity now. You have clarity that what you signed up for is what you didn't get. And because you did not take that warning, you did not heed to the warning, you did not accept that grace, you continue to act in the same toxic manner that you were doing before the warning. This could be, it could be detrimental for you. So you're going to have to come up with a new plan. See, now you're feeling trapped. You're feeling trapped and you're feeling restricted. You feel like you're in this situation and you can't get out. And that's probably the case. And there's that three of swords again. So this is your outcome. Your outcome is that you found yourself mentally trapped, and it's a heartbreak. You were betrayed, and you're gonna find yourself alone, all because you didn't take the warning. A lot of times we don't even get the warning. Sometimes it's blinding, and we just kind of we're at a stalemate and we don't know which way to go. But you had the warning, and that's the truth. You had the warning. Many people told you about the warning. There were a lot of people who reached out to you and said, hey, you need to back away from this. You need to heed the warning, but you didn't. You didn't. And so it is what it is. It is. I'm going to see if angel messages, because, let me tell you, we still have a spirit. We have spirit guides. And so let me see what your angels and messages for, and then I'm going to tell you what angels are surrounding you, to assist you, and you can reach out to them if you choose to do that, to get some guidance, because not that you'll listen to it because you didn't. You had the best opportunity to heed the message, take advantage of the message. Maybe you received it wrong. That you needed to make some changes. Because I think a lot of people think that when you say, I'll extend you some grace, that means all is forgiven. That's not what that means. That means, because grace is not something you work for, you prepare for, you bartered for. Grace is out of the goodness of God's heart, or out of the goodness of my heart. I'm going to discount the evil doings and still say, I'm going to give you grace this time. I'm going to give you a pass, so to speak. But you've got to take those windows of opportunities when you can, because nobody knows why he did it. Maybe he said, hey, she was in a bad childhood. Maybe she was doing what she thought was best. Who knows? Who knows why you were going to be extended some grace. But my job was to, whether I believed it or not, my job was to deliver you that message. And I'll tell you something even bigger than you, because of the things that you did, the toxicity, the toxic that you brought to that situation that you were in. If you can be extended grace from God, anybody could feel that they could be extended grace from God. So that may have not just been about you, but now in your mind, you probably thought, I can do even worse than that and get some grace. So I don't have to do, I've done worse things than that. And if I can get grace, but that's not how it works. God decides when He wants to give you the grace. And you got to take it when you can get it and where you can get it. And it doesn't mean that you won't still have that, get that opportunity again, but you've missed this boat. You missed this boat. And now you're feeling trapped and feeling like you're at a crossroad. And like I said, that was the truth. And maybe the awakening in the beginning, the card, remember the things that you've done now. Remember the things that you've done to that person to create that situation, that toxic situation. Remember those things, and now you ask yourself, was it worth it? Was it worth it? So I'm going to do your angel. Got quite a few. Oh, see, you know what? And you've gotten this one before. Angel messages, which there's nothing. So be careful, because you don't need, because you weren't listening to them anyway. And so they had nothing to say. You see this person, they have their backs turned towards you. You have angel number, and you've gotten this one again. So this centered, I am centered, but we talked about the wake up call, awakening. That's the message that you need to realize. You need to wake up, because that was your wake up call. The message that you got before was your wake up call for you to re-examine your current situation. You still need to re-examine it now, but you needed to re-examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. You need to center yourself, because angel number 12 is telling you creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. You are a visionary, and you are focused. Angel number 1212, angel message 1212. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you. Even you have angels. They're right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. So whatever dreams that you have that are positive, focus on that, because you still have two children that you gotta live for, and that you've got to survive for. And so on this journey, focus on those positive things. You are a visionary, because you did receive that card before. And angel message number 10, you have great leadership skills, your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others to carry things out. And this one, I am ingenious. So let me tell you about that. Now, I don't know you, but apparently your angels or your spirit team, we all have one. your spirit team thinks that you're creative and you have certain gifts or certain creativities, as we all do, we all have gifts, is whether we tap into them. And I used to say a lot about my brother. My brother is very ingenious, and I used to always tell him, use your powers for good. And so, but some people do use them for good and some use them for bad. We all have gifts that we can tap into, and yours apparently are creativity and visionary. So basically, use those gifts for good. Use your superpowers for good and not for toxicity. That's your message from the angels, your angel messages. And I just want to pull this one to surround, because you know what? You still have an opportunity. As long as you're breathing and walking on this earth, you have an opportunity to turn it around. And you need to do that because you have two kids. You have two children that are following or will follow your lead. And if you don't believe the sins of a father, they don't just mean that father. They are saying father as in parent. So whatever you're doing can fall back on your kids. Tread lightly. Tread lightly, I tell you. Holt, who goes there? Okay, let me tell you what angels are around you, and you need to seek them out for guidance. Angel of remembrance. This is your message. Angel of communication and angel of decision. And I'm gonna tell you, this is what you really needed, um, because the angel of remembrance is telling you to remember what you've done to put yourself in this situation, and reach out to them and ask them to help you remember where you went wrong. Angel of communications. So when you think that you're saying something that is positive on your behalf, you need to learn how to properly communicate. Seek that angel of communication to show you how to do that and make better decisions. Ask this angel of decisions to embrace you and to guide you on how to make better decisions. Now, I 7-8 progression, not perfection. You need to progress. You gotta progress. You gotta raise your level, your of vibration. You've gotta have to climb your way out of this hole, some kind of way, some way fast, because you are spiraling out of control. You are spiraling, and you don't even see it coming, and it's not a good thing, because we talked about here a fiery climax approaches. You have an opportunity to be saved. And for whatever reason, my throat chakra is showing up. Is closing. So somebody doesn't want you to have this message. But for whatever reason, and that's not for me to say, but God has um well, I don't want to say whatever reason, but you are God's child too. You have the communication skills within you to share your ideas and feelings with others. So seek out that angel of communication to help you um, improve your uh, communication skills. The angel of decisions. You are not publicly, I could tell you, you are on the right path. You have made the best decision for your spiritual journey if you have embraced it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know you. I know, and you may have made this decision privately. So let that reflect publicly. And sometimes you just need to withdraw to yourself and go into hermit mode, reflecting on yourself, so you can become who you are intended to be. And it may not be this person that the public sees. And you keep coming on saying, you guys don't understand. Woe is me, pitiful poor me. No, nobody cares if you you do the work behind closed doors and publicly do the work of I don't want to say I'm going to say the work of the dark side in your public self. Now, if somebody is puppeteering you, communicate that to the world. We've heard you say that you felt like he was the mastermind behind your behavior. We've said it, we've heard it in so many words that that's the case. But you're still allowing yourself to be puppeteered. Whether it's whether you're battery operated, whether you're a flying monkey, whether you are a grounded monkey, you're still allowing yourself in that position to do that. I think in your previous reading I said cut the strings and walk away. Walk away. Use your creativity to place you in a position that you can. And you need to learn from other people how to walk in silence if that's what you're planning on doing, because that mastermind is not going to let you do it. He's going to find a way to rope you back in. And this public display of whatever he's doing to you or for you, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So your angel of remembrance, your loved one in spirit are by your side. So whoever your ancestors are, they're by yourself and they're trying along with your spirit team to guide you. Listen, feel them and allow them to guide you. They are guiding and showering you with their love. And that's probably why you're being extended grace, because they've probably, gone to the mat for you, and ask for grace. You'd be surprised at who fights for us in the spiritual world. And I don't know who you've lost in your past, but someone likes you. Someone likes you that have passed on, and they're trying to defend whatever. Not your behavior, but they're fighting to help you get an opportunity to redeem yourself, but you are not listening. And if you don't listen, this window of opportunity is going to close, and you're going to, I said eternal before, be in eternal state of asking God for forgiveness and begging Him to open the window back up. Please listen, heed the warning. Heed the warning. This concludes this reading, and I will tag you in the reading so you will have an opportunity. Please heed this warning. Please heed this warning. Remember, if this, even though this was a very specific reading, if this resonates with you, you heed the warning too. If you've had an opportunity for redemption, reflect on yourself, look at yourself truthfully, see yourself for who you are, and act on that. Fall on your knees, consult with the higher power, consult with your higher self, and heed the warning and elevate. elevate by ascending from that low vibration. Try to bring yourself up, even if you have to go into hermit mode and separate yourself from people and things and reflect on yourself and grow. Do the work to elevate yourself. That concludes this reading. If this, like I said, if the, don't force yourself into this reading. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I thank you for spending this time. I'll see you in the next video.